Are you someone who tries to drive while distracted by your phone? Someone who props it on the steering wheel or peeks down at it for a glance? Or just scrolls and scrolls? If so, you could be the next person to get into a fender bender, get a ticket, veer off the road, or even cause a crash that kills you or someone else. Enough already. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
The best of the Morning X with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, right on time, Vern Troyer, Mini-Me, just a day late.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Mini-Me!
Mini-Me on the air.
What happened, Vern? We heard you were too tired to call.
That wasn't it. It was like miscommunication. I mean, it's the information that I got, I didn't know I was supposed to be on.
Oh, they painted you out to be just a lazy maxi-me.
Okay, that's me then. I'm sorry, I was lying.
How are you, Vern?
Not too bad. How are you guys?
Life is getting big in your world, no pun intended.
Yeah, no, it's like totally crazy right now. It's too many people calling, and it's out of control.
Now, this is not the first time you've ever been on screen. You've been on screen before, but clearly this puts you at a new level. But I'm wondering now, after, by the way, Vern, of course, from Austin Powers, how many roles will there be available to you? I mean, it's kind of a specialty thing.
Well, I mean, what we've been trying to do as far as dwarves and things like that, we've been trying to change the perspective of Hollywood.
Right. Now, first of all, dwarfism is technically, that is medically what you suffer from.
Right, that's a medical term.
Right, all right.
And you have no problems getting roles. You've been in a lot of movies.
Well, I consider myself lucky. I've been able to stay busy, for being, living in Texas and working in Hollywood.
Now, let me ask you a couple questions that you probably have answered many times before, of course. When you shop for clothes, do you have to have them specially made, or do you have to shop in, like, the kids' departments?
Well, I have to shop in the kids' department, but I still have to have them, altered afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Because 2.8 is even, that's on the small side for even small people, right?
Yeah, it's smaller than normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the smallest, but I have to have them, my clothes altered because, my body isn't quite the same as a kid's because obviously I'm more muscular than what a 4-year-old would be or something like that.
Now, is your body completely healthy?
Right.
Because, we hear about, like, Gary Coleman with liver problems. Is your body otherwise completely healthy? It just never grew?
Yeah. I've never had any surgeries or anything like that, and I'm 30 years old. So.
And your internal organs, everything is fine. It's just to size.
Well, I have a large liver, which is probably a good thing.
That just means you can drink a lot.
Now, Vern, how old were you when you first started acting?
I was like 23, 24.
So, and you're almost, you're 29, 30?
30.
What kind of other jobs have you done? You
what would
haven't
you do
supported
if you
yourself on acting this whole time.
I've just been acting since I started. So
You've been supporting yourself as an actor your whole career?
Well, since 23, 24.
What do you think you would do if all of a sudden the acting well dried up? What would you do, Vern?
I'd probably be a bouncer in a nightclub or something.
Now, I was just curious because I just saw the movie and I loved it. When did you first meet Mike Myers? How did the whole role come about?
Well, the role was already there in the script. They just didn't know about me at the time. I met Mike just through after I'd already gotten the part.
Was it tough for you to audition for roles living in Texas? How do they know about you?
Fortunately, I've been lucky. I don't have to audition most of the time.
Right.
Well,
when they call me, I basically already have the job.
Mm-hmm.
It was yours to lose, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, they interviewed some people. I don't know who they interviewed, but as soon as I met with Jay Roach, the director, and the casting people, they just thought I was perfect, and I had it from there.
Were you bald already, or did you shave your head for the part and leave it like that?
I had to shave it. The reason it's still short because I had to keep doing the music videos and all this other stuff after.
Right.
Do you have a lot of beautiful women who want to come and pick you up?
Yeah.
I mean that literally.
Yeah, I mean it too, yeah. But I try to stay away from that.
Right, what do you weigh?
I weigh like 40, 41 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to them when they come up and they want to scoop you up?
Or kiss you on the head or do things that may be...
Well, it depends on how they look. If they're very attractive, I'll let them do it.
The biggest thing that has been...
I'm joking.
Yeah, that's...
Vern, the biggest thing has probably been so easy for you to succeed is that you accept that you are a dwarf and you run with it.
Well, it's like I tell other people, I don't know what it's like to be tall. I've been born this way, so...
Right.
Now,
I mean, you accept it and you know for what it is, and you make it all you can do out of it.
Oh, you got to.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read once. Now, if you have kids, your kids stand a very average chance of being a normal height, right?
For my type of dwarfism, yeah.
Isn't that wild? You can have a kid and the kid be perfectly. That's actually great.
Do you have a girlfriend, Vern?
Not a steady girlfriund.
Not a steady?
He's busy
Plays
doing
the-
movies.
Playing the field.
Were you
Vern Troyer?
Were you upset at all that you didn't have a speaking role in this movie?
No, I think it was kind of a challenge. Not having any lines or anything and getting your point across on the screen.
I kept waiting for you to say something every time they showed you. I kept waiting for him to say something.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
This is Woman's Work with Nicole Khalil.
I would rather have the temporary pain of discomfort than the avoidable pain of regret. There are too many of us that we're waiting for someday, and the clock is ticking.
Redefining what it means to be doing woman's work.
Make sense of this wild, chaotic, and beautiful world and your place in it. That is woman's work.
This is Woman's Work from Believe. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
One of the funniest scenes is when you and Dr. Evil do the song in the movie, and
The rap.
That was hysterical. That was my favorite part of the movie.
I enjoyed it a lot. My favorite part was actually the fight scene.
That's a good scene.
Yeah.
That must have been a lot of fun on the set because we've read that there was so much ad-libbing.
Oh, well, Mike Myers is like that. I mean, just spur of the moment, you don't know what he's going to do, and then you have to try to react off of him, which makes it fun. I mean, the whole set is always, like, cracking up, so.
I guess when it's your movie, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we know from having met him, his personality just when he's being Mike Myers is very normal and really not that over the top, but he's like this chameleon that just morphs himself into all these different characters, even when he's just talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, he stays in character usually when he's in costume.
That's what
Yeah.
We're talking to Vern Troyer.
Now, what about, because we also know that there's merchandising involved and there's like a toy mini-me and everything. Are you going to get a cut of that?
Can you call New Line for me and put in a word?
Wait a minute, are you
Mike
telling me-
Myers owns the character.
Yeah, but it would be your likeness. I mean, even though he owns the character, Vern
I'm
owns
sure
his
Vern
own likeness.
signed something that
I'm not getting a cut now.
You will get no money.
I wouldn't think you would, though.
Well,
I would think they couldn't listen. 99X owns the Morning X, but if they wanted to make a Barnes doll with
God, no.
God forbid.
They already made those.
Yeah.
They put them away. But Vern, I'm sure when he went into a deal with Mike probably said, there's going to be merchandising if you accept this role or whatever. I'm sure.
I didn't know about it before I signed on.
Really?
Yeah, I found out in the middle of shooting. So.
Did that upset you?
It wasn't bad. I mean, this is my biggest role that I've ever done, so I'm just happy about being a part of it.
Give and take. Maybe they'll give you a Heather Graham doll to help you soothe the pain.
Souvenir.
Traveling, I'm guessing, can't be very easy for you because, probably in your home you have it all adapted for your size.
No.
But when you travel to hotels and stuff, and especially on a big movie tour, is that difficult?
My house isn't adapted at all. I have maybe a stool that I drag around if I need it, but it's not adapted. I mean,
really?
I make do with what I have.
Everything's not lower?
No.
What do you drive?
I have two cars. I have a Honda Passport, and then I have a Mustang TT convertible.
Well, la di freaking da Vern Troyer.
How do you
Mini-me.
That's not adapted in any way, your car?
Oh, well, yeah, obviously the car is. I mean, with extensions. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I have extensions that I take with me when I rent cars.
How do you do that? You just put them on your
It
legs?
comes up off the pedals. It bolts on. It takes like 15 minutes to put it on and off, so.
Wow.
Right. And
You sounded like Dr. Evil there.
Right. Well, Vern, before we let you go here, we would like you to take our fish quiz.
Fish quiz,
Which I'm
okay.
sure all your Hollywood friends have told you about, right?
I haven't heard about it, no.
Oh, Vern.
It's very simple. 15 seconds to name as many fish as you can, and it's a competition amongst the biggest names in Hollywood.
In fact,
Dustin Hoffman, Warren Beatty.
In fact,
Mike Myers, maybe.
Mike may have even taken
Anything underwater.
Anything underwater.
That lives.
Yeah, anything. We call it the fish quiz, but anything living underwater counts as a point, and it's a speed game. You have 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to get this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, though.
Vern,
Think of a seafood menu.
It's listen, Dustin Hoffman took the fish quiz. Warren Beatty took the fish quiz.
It's easy.
Vern Troyer,
Mini-me can take the fish quiz.
I'll bet you
You guys are going to make me look stupid.
No,
it's not.
Let me tell you, who did we just have on the other day?
Oh,
we had
man.
somebody on.
Oh, so bad we can't
no,
remember.
It was Bo Diddley, but
Bo.
he's 70 years old, so.
That's an excuse.
It's 15 seconds. Just rattle off as many as you can. I'll bet you don't do as badly as you think.
Yeah, speed is key. On your mark, get set, mini-me, go.
Bass, shark, seal, whale, crustacean, swordfish. See, I'm very bad. So.
Oh, you got
Five.
6. You got
Five.
6.
Crustacean is not. I mean, it's not a fish. That's like a family.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
okay.
You got
Yeah,
5.
but 5 is-
Okay.
Five is respectable.
5 is respectable. You know what? The record is 7.
The record is 7.
No,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
not.
just
The record's
making-
16.
Barnes, make them feel good.
Hey, Vern.
Well, he's trying.
Vern Troyer, mini-me.
The best of the morning X. 99X.
The Sean Ryan Show Peak Points. Get timeless inspiration from the very best of The Sean Ryan Show.
What do you think of working with the SEALs? We went out every night going after bad guys. I was humbled.
There was no going back home. I would be in another room crying because I was afraid to go to sleep because of what was coming for me in the middle of the night.
How long did it take you to be able to talk about
A long time. But I realized my experiences may help other people too.
the men like yourself that are considered legends in the community?
You're right.
The Sean Ryan Show Peak Points. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.